Hi, this is Xavier, and today I'd like to tell you about one of the principles of marketing, price elasticity. But first, let me tell you about what happened to me a couple of years ago while I was working for El Super. Well, El Super is one of the biggest supermarket in Los Angeles, and it's a company that belongs to Chedraui, which is a very big retailer in Mexico. Now, just a couple of weeks ago, Chedraui de Mexico just bought Smart & Final in the United States. So it's going to extend its business way beyond El Super, because from now on, all the Smart & Final grocery store will probably run as El Super. But let's get back to El Super and to what I was doing to El Super a couple of years ago. So at the time, I was working as grocery director. So that means that I was in charge of buying all the grocery. And it was a very competitive environment because El Super had decided that would be the biggest discounter of grocery in Los Angeles area. So to do this, we have a team of people that would go to every store in Los Angeles, check the pricing, and based on the pricing, I would have to adapt the price of every product in my grocery department, which was a lot of work every week, of course. Now, really what El Super was trying to do was trying to undercut all its competitor. And when I started with El Super, I realized you have to take care of your best products, of course. And for me, the best products was number one, Coke. And here I'm not telling about the soda in general, I'm talking about Coke, about the brand. That was my best seller ever, either on margin, either on volume, either on sale, on whatever I would take the product. It was my best product. My second best product was snack and chips, and my third product was tortillas. So there you are. Coke was number one, chips and snack were number two, and tortillas were number three. And the thing is that with your number one product, you have to take care of it like if it's a king, like if it's an emperor. And of course, I was taking care of my Coke product. Okay, so let me give you what happened. Usually at the time we were selling the 2 bottles of Coke for $1. So when we were selling that at a regular price, so the regular price was $1, we were selling between 1 and 2 pallets per day per store. Okay, that was not bad. But of course, you know that from time to time we need to do promotions. I would reduce the price of my 2 liters of Coke from $1 to 90 cents. So that was a 10% discount. And guess what? When I was reducing the price of my 2 liters of Coke from $1 to 90 cents, guess how much more Coke I was selling? If you guess 10%, you're wrong. If you guess 20%, you're wrong. Now, if you guess 30%, that's exactly what I was selling. So right here, you could see the price elasticity of a bottle of 2 liters of Coke. When I was reducing the price from $1 to 90 cents, my sales were jumping from regular to plus 30%. But that's not all. When I was reducing the price of my bottle of Coke from $1 to 67 cents, then the volume of increase was between 2,000 and 3,000%. And this is what we call price elasticity. The more you reduce the price of a product, the more you sell. Now let's talk about what really is price elasticity. In the broadest term possible, price elasticity measures all purchasing behavior changes when the price changes. For instance, let's assume a bottle of Coke costs $1. If the price increases to $2, many people will stop buying Coke because it would be too expensive. On the other hand, if the price decreases to 67 cents, many more people are going to stop purchasing Coke. The measure we use to quantify this phenomenon is called price elasticity of Coke demand, or price elasticity in short. Now, as you can imagine, if we assume that a Pepsi also costs $1 and Coke cuts its prices to 67 cents, as I was doing, then most of the people that used to buy Pepsi would immediately switch to Coke. If prices of Coke were increased to $2 instead, people will likely stop buying Coke and turn to Pepsi. That is to say that there seems to be another important phenomenon: price elasticity of Coke demand with respect to the price of Pepsi, or the so-called cross-price elasticity. Now, in the first case, where we measure the elasticity of Coke with respect to itself only, we call that on price elasticity of Coke demand, or simply elasticity of Coke. However, in the second case, where we've got two products, we must say the whole name: price elasticity of Coke demand with respect to the price of Pepsi, in order to be sure that there will be no confusion. There you have it. Now that we have an idea about what price elasticity is, let's discuss it in economic terms. Price elasticity stems from the basic economic law of supply and demand. The cheaper the product, the higher the demand. The more expensive the product, the lower the demand. It's as simple as that. Next step, let's discuss the price elasticity of purchase quantity. As you might expect, following the law of demand, the greater unit of price of a product, the lower the quantity that is going to be purchased. The greater the unit price of a product, the lower the quantity that is going to be purchased. For a car, for example, the difference may be from 1 to 0. If a price of a Tesla is acceptable to us, we will buy one unit. If it's not, we won't buy any. Alternatively, if we're considering, let's say, avocados, depending on the avocado price, we may decide to buy 0 or even 1 or even 10 avocados at once. Calculating the price elasticities will show us exactly how the purchase quantities move with the change in price. I bet you're impatient to see how all of this is done and learn to do it yourself. Well, let's go get it done. To do all of this, we could use many statistical software packages such as SPSS, SAS, and R. I choose to use a statistical computing environment, which is widely used, has growing popularity, and indicates that it has the potential to become the most popular amongst data scientists: Python. And that's it for that short video about price elasticity. I hope this has helped you. And if you need to learn more, don't hesitate to contact me at xavier@myagency.com, or right below the video on the LinkedIn feed or on the YouTube feed. Leave me a message and I talk to you on the next video. Bye-bye.